TJ, Amazing Atheist. What we want are sensible gun laws. Sensible gun laws. We're not trying to get rid of all guns. We have sensible laws dealing with everything you mention except drugs. And most people who are for gun control are for sensible laws with gun control. Do some of them go overboard? Yes. Are they just sheeple that should think for themselves? Who the fuck are you? The only people who say that are self-important assholes. There's no other way to put it. Just because they disagree with you doesn't mean they're sheeple. Maybe if the majority of people disagree with you, you shouldn't change your opinion, but you should at least try to see the complexity, because I don't want to get rid of all guns. But is the libertarian position, at least how it's practiced, retarded most of the time? Yeah, it kind of wants to take us to the Wild West. Sorry, you might like that. We don't. Everything you mentioned except drugs already has sensible laws. For instance, why is it that I have a right to an assault rifle, but driving a car is a privilege? Shouldn't we at least have... See, a car can kill people, but it's also transportation. It serves another purpose other than killing people. Does that mean guns are inherently bad? No. But they are inherently tools to kill people. So if we regulate cars because they kill people, we should regulate guns even more because they have a higher chance to kill people. You mentioned McDonald's and cigarettes. Yeah. What did your 5-year-old thinking switch go on or something? You're not even looking at the subtlety. We regulate burgers less because you're right. They do kill more slowly. They have less of a chance of killing you. We regulate cigarettes a little bit more because they have a little bit more chance of killing you. We regulate cars even more. How you can't get this basic thing through your head is perplexing. You know what? Let's look at where guns are on that list. We regulate nuclear bombs way up here. You can't have nukes because they are extremely dangerous. Right now, our regulation for guns is way the fuck down here, TJ. All we want to do is raise it a little bit higher. That's all we're asking. Does that make us sheep? Are we sheep for that? People who say shit like that are almost always self-important assholes. There's a difference between saying think critically, look at both sides of the issue. But because so many people struck back at you because you're not thinking rationally on this, you're taking an all or nothing absurd stance. Maybe because you talk to a few douches who want to wipe guns from the planet. Sorry, something like 80% of the NRA wants sensible gun laws. Do you honestly think the NRA wants to get rid of guns? No, they want sensible gun laws. You want to do yourself a favor? Take some time off on this issue and actually re-examine whether you're being contrarian and just reacting to the people yelling at you. You're like, oh, you liberals, shut up. You sound like Obama when he talks about progressive. It's like, you progressives. It's like, dude, you're progressive too. Your opinion on guns is an extremist opinion, just like the opinion of those who want to abolish guns. You're being absurd. And then you mention the death rate, the murder rate. Okay. We can't do much about Parkinson's except try to find a cure. Shouldn't we do stuff about the things we can help? You talk about, we should, legalize drugs. Okay. The last time I checked, we as a species can do Two things at once. Oh my god, we only went to the fucking moon. You're, again, black and white thinking. Either we do drugs, I do drugs. Either we legalize drugs, or we abolish guns to oblivion. What the fuck? You're smarter than this. I know that sounds patronizing, but that's what your last video was to every single one of your subscribers. And you put the American flag in the background. You dork. Oh my god. Who do you think you're making videos to? Some sort of Republican retards? And I'm not saying all Republicans are retards. The retards know who I'm talking about. And I know I shouldn't use the word retards. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. It's not like other racial epithets. You know. It just isn't. I could have another conversation about that, but though I should use it less. But regardless, I just calm down. I'm not saying don't make videos about it. I'm saying stop responding to the extremist and assuming that's all of us. Like, I don't assume you want Yosemite Sam walking down the street every day. I don't assume you want people to just walk around with assault rifles in preschools. So why do you assume that everyone who's liberal... I don't understand what your problem is on this gun issue. It's simple. We regulate things based on their level of danger to oneself and others. Smoking, all we did was say, you see you're smoking in this building? Smoke outside of it. Bam! Problem solved. Do we still have people who go crazy trying to, you know, like put, you will die on this and show like horrible pictures of lungs? Yeah, I'm not that. Most liberals don't think that's necessary. You know that. I know you know that. What? Like people with drugs, people who think you should legalize drugs, they think that we just want to pass out heroin to children, like that's what's gonna happen. All kids are just gonna be smoking crack on the road, and there's gonna be crack parties in preschool. Like, those are the people you think we are, most of your subscribers. It's fucking insulting. Don't put the waving flag in the background. Come on. Treat your subscribers like adults. Regulating guns does not obliterate liberty. Oh, and the murder statistics? That's fucking retarded. We can't do anything about Parkinson's. We have scientists working on it. And you know what? If we find out that sticky note glue gives you Parkinson's, they're gonna regulate it. They're gonna make them use a slightly different chemical than sticky Parkinson glue death. Okay? TJ, I know you're probably not going to respond to this, but for the sake of your subscribers who you insulted with that insipid bullshit, please have a more subtle view of this issue. Because you sound like Papa Bear O'Reilly, the way he thinks. It's like, just that you're very plain, you know, you're the forces of liberty and we're all a bunch of sheeple. Like, shut up, alright? Alright, don't shut up. It's just, that's a sign of narcissism. When you think you're the only one telling the truth and that everyone else, no, they don't just have their opinion, that everyone else is overreacting no matter what. You're the one who's always level-headed and right. Come on. You know that's not true. Again, there are extremists, and then there are most people, a lot of them in the NRA. The people who are in the National Rifle Association want to go back to what it was. Not people, not manufacturers running it. Gun safety, that's what it was all about, gun safety, and we had reasonable regulations. So, let's calm down. You don't need an assault rifle. Let's just make it a little bit harder for them to get assault rifles. A little bit harder. That's all we're asking. Can we have that? Are we still America? Are we giving up liberty for safety if Joe Schmo can't buy an assault rifle in 25 minutes? If maybe we don't... And you talk about closing the gun show loophole. Wow, you actually have one progressive stance on this issue. Congratulations. You see, that's called subtlety. Let's try to have more subtlety. Let's maybe not dismiss the whole argument altogether. Let's maybe have a conversation about it. I don't want to ban all guns. I think guns are cool. A lot of people are like, oh, guns are awful. Shut up. Swords used to kill children too. There's nothing special about a gun. But I recognize that it has the ability to kill many more people than sticky glue Parkinson's death. You get what I'm saying? Like, it has... I can't jump into a crowd of people and just fucking obliterate 90 people with a sword. Do I wish I could? Yeah. Do I think I should be able to own a sword if, like, that keeps happening? Like, we just have fucking ninjas running around? No, I think at that point, if the sword is really that fucking dangerous, if you're just, like, fucking wiping out entire schools with your mad ninja skills, you know what? Yeah, I'd like to regulate that. You know what? I want a lightsaber. A lightsaber is fucking amazing. But if they existed, yeah, a lot of people are going to be hurting themselves and others. So maybe we have some regulation on lightsabers. But we don't have lightsabers or the Force. We have assault rifles. So let's just have a little bit of regulation. Can we just a little bit more than 0? Okay? A little bit more than 0. We have like a background check that people on the terrorist watch list can buy a fucking assault rifle. Can we not let that happen? You know, some people are going to be on that list by accident, but can we at least not let most of them have assault rifles? Maybe, you know, maybe people with serious mental illness, but they have the right to, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'd rather not crazy people have assault rifles. I don't want to make, like, a list of them, like, what's his name said, the NRA guy, like a database where, you know, anyone crazy. But if you are mentally ill, some countries don't let you have a gun at all. The government is not oppressing them out of existence. They still have liberty. So your argument... You want to use statistics about third world countries, which is retarded. I don't even have to respond to that. You know that's not fair. It's just not okay. Yeah, like the gun thing, or the drug thing, just like it's more than one issue here, it's more than one issue there. They're entire retarded most of the time. Yeah, it kind of wants to take us to the Wild West. Sorry, you might like that. We don't. Everything you mentioned except drugs already has sensible laws. For instance, why is it that I have a right to an assault rifle, but driving a car is a privilege? Shouldn't we at least have... See, a car can kill people, but it's also transportation. It serves another purpose other than killing people. Does that mean guns are inherently bad? No. But they are inherently tools to kill people. So if we regulate cars because they kill people, we should regulate guns even more because they have a higher chance to kill people. You mentioned McDonald's and cigarettes. Yeah. What did your 5-year-old thinking switch go on or something? You're not even looking at the subtlety. We regulate burgers less because you're right, they do kill more slowly. They have less of a chance of killing you. We regulate cigarettes a little bit more because they have a little bit more chance of killing you. We regulate cars even more. How you can't get this basic thing through your head is perplexing. You know what? Let's look at where guns are on that list. We regulate nuclear bombs way up here. You can't have nukes because they are extremely dangerous. Right now, our regulation for guns is way the fuck down here, TJ. All we want to do is raise it a